So this is a 6-month update on my food forest. And you may be asking, where is the food forest? Because of how much overgrown everything is. And that's because I just came to this island right now. And we'll go over how it looks after a spring of no one being here. So these are the almonds now. They kind of look like real trees now more than anything. Last year they were a bit twigs, but now you could see bark forming. A lot of mallow in the ground. You could see buds forming on this sweet cherry I had, and it's definitely grown over the winter. I'm sure the roots are really nice underground. As we walk this way, I've pretty much lost where the castor bean was. I looked for it a little bit, but I can't find anything. My Vachellie cabin have survived the winter. You can see them right here. Now what's next is to kind of, cut out all these weeds and mulch it and start watering it again so that it's kind of breaks free again from all this weeds. As we walk, the moringa is here. Tip died off, but I'm hopeful it's gonna come popping up again soon because it's very green, and these usually die off and come back in the winter, in the spring. So right now, again, it's March 19th, 2024. I'm just going over how it was. So watch the first video from 6 months ago first to put a bit more context of what it looks like here in summer. You could see here my Leucaeana is starting to put out the first leaves. Looks like it's going to be a really good one this year. I'm really happy it didn't die back all the way, because now I think it's going to truly explode in growth. We walk this way. Every so often I kind of remind myself of what I had planted. That's a learning experience to better label things, especially thinking that I'm going to remember everything is wrong. You could see here olive tree, which is a little bit being suffocated by a bunch of weeds. Here I remembered this, and I found it is a small black locust, and I'm honestly not sure if it's alive, but it's not actively dead. I mean, it's kind of springy. I'm gonna leave this a bit again, water this a little bit, hopefully get some juices going in. There's a lot of garland daisies all over the field, which is actually edible, and they eat this a lot in Chinese and Korean cooking. If we walk this way, here's another one of my Vachellie, which is just coming to life again. I'm mostly really happy because the almonds from last year, they kind of reached a critical height, as I call it, to pass the weed pressure. So look at this. I mean, these really have taken a great amount of foliage already, and it's not even April yet. The trunk is really nice. I mean, it's very established properly. You can see the bigger one from last year. This one was one of the biggest ones on the field, and it's really nice. So this will be good this year. Some of the other Vachellies don't look too happy. This Vachellie cabin species you could see here, I thought it was dead. I mean, you could see very spiky, dead, but in reality I see some green, very minor amounts, but definitely green in there, so there's hope. So again, I'm going to cut around all these to make space for it so that the sun starts warming it up. If we walk this way, you can see where my castor beans were/are. You can see here And this one dies back too, but it's still kind of soft. So I'll leave it. This one specifically, I can't find really proof of life too much. Nor this one. But this one, there's leaves coming out, so it is definitely alive. And again, we'll do the same treatment of cutting everything, making it better. The cactus, super thick, looks very healthy with water. Really, I think this is gonna put on some good growth this year. Every year it seems to be growing one layer, so 2 years ago, then 1 year ago, then last year, you get the point. I guess this year it'll be a one on each of this bigger one. This is what this looks like now. Here you could see my grapes, or vine, starting to slowly wake up from the winter sleep. I know that's gonna look pretty. Yeah, that's mostly it as this update. I got a lot of work to do. I mean, each tree, each almond tree, everything I had put is gonna require its own little bit of love to clear it from everything. You can see another Vachellie I had put here. It had grown quite a bit since I've left. And actually, I'm not sure if this is green or not. I think it is. Oh yeah, it is. So there's life in this too, that's good. But yeah, it's wet, but it's cold. So do that. And that's most of it for now. You can see some oleanders in the front. Fudge. Why is this so bad? Oleanders. And last year before I left, the final thing that I did was I actually bought a peach tree. And it's the first time ever that anything I've planted will give me, it's the first time a tree that I planted I think will be giving me fruit, because look at this. Very promising. But yeah, so we'll definitely keep an eye on this, but looks gonna be good growth. Again, we'll cut this up a bit, see how it goes. Somewhere in here there's more Leucaeana, but all I see here is overgrowth, which I'll be chopping down and using a lot of the green mass for things. It's truly overgrown. This is where there's some pits that I don't want to fall into either, but I know for a fact there's some things here that will be of interest. Oh, and my figs, many of them died, but there's at least 2 that are alive. Right there. So that's one that's alive and one that's over there somewhere. But some other ones that I had put have died. So there's one's dead. The 3 I checked there seems to be dead. So I know I have 2 living figs for now. I'll be making a lot of videos this year, so stay tuned and subscribe because there's a lot to do and a lot to learn. Here's some more almonds. And the almonds that looked like they were dead last year have all sprung up again. So that's good. It's rained quite a bit in the winter, so that's good. And here's another moringa, which somewhere I'm sure there is some proof of life. But yeah, that's it for now.